If you've ever played a spellcaster in Pathfinder 2e, you know that cantrips are the bread and butter of your magic. They're free, they're versatile, and the right one makes you feel like a true master of the arcane. But the wrong ones? Well, let's just say nobody wants to be the caster spending every turn casting light while their party is fighting for their life. But today, we're not just talking about any cantrips, we're talking about the Cantrip Deck. This magic item gives you a random selection of cantrips instead of letting you freely prepare them. That means you won't get to pick your absolute favorites. So when the deck deals you a hand, how do you know which spells are actually worth keeping? That's exactly what we're figuring out today. We're breaking down the top 5 cantrips you should always take when using the Cantrip Deck, plus a few honorable mentions that just might surprise you. These are the spells that will always pull their weight. Whether you're hurling magical blasts, defending yourself from danger, or bending the world around you with sheer arcane power. So grab your deck, shuffle up, and let's dive into the absolute best cantrips you can pull from this magical item. So starting with number 5, we're going to choose the best damage option in the deck, and that's Electric Arc. This cantrip is strong because it's one of the highest damage options available in the Cantrip deck. It allows you to target 2 creatures, making it perfect for groups of enemies. It requires a reflex save instead of an attack roll, meaning there's no risk of missing outright. You're guaranteed some effect even on a success. It also scales well with level, increasing as you go. It's better than some cantrips like Ray of Frost and Produce Flame, because it hits multiple enemies and doesn't require an attack roll. It's better than Vitality Lash because it works on all enemies, not just undead. Tanglevine weakens the enemy, but Electric Arc directly removes them from the combat faster, often the better choice. If there are 2 or more enemies in range, Electric Arc is the best offensive choice in the Cantrip deck. It works well with casters and melee characters alike. A rare offensive cantrip that doesn't require spell attack proficiency. Moving on to number 4, we're choosing the best defensive option in the deck, and that is Shield. This cantrip is strong because you get a +1 bonus to your AC, which also has the potential of absorbing damage. With its hardness of 5, you have a potential of blocking 5 damage or more. There is no downside to this cantrip. Even if you don't block the damage, you are harder to hit because of that +1 bonus to AC. This cantrip is better than Forbidding Ward, which only works on 1 enemy and requires constant casting. It's better than Prestidigitation and Mage Hand in combat. These are fun utility spells, but Shield keeps you actively alive in combat. This cantrip is great for those squishy spellcasters, but it's also useful for a Magus or a Battle Oracle build. Moving on to number 3, we're picking the best exploration cantrip in the deck, and that's Detect Magic. This cantrip is strong because there is no cost to casting it. You can use it every few seconds while exploring. It has a 30-foot radius to detect any magical auras nearby, making it the best way to find hidden traps, cursed objects, or secret magical items. And it gives you instant information, telling you whether something is magical with no checks. It's better than Read Aura, which only works on 1 item and requires 10 minutes to cast. It's better than Figment and Mage Hand, which are both fun. However, Detect Magic is an essential tool to every party. You should be casting Detect Magic constantly while exploring. Every time you enter a room, open a chest, or investigating something suspicious, you should be casting it. This cantrip pairs well with Read Aura. Detect Magic tells you if something's magical, and Read Aura tells you what magic it is. Moving on to number 2, we have the most fun and versatile cantrip in the deck. It is Prestidigitation. This cantrip is strong because it can do multiple small effects, from cleaning objects to flavoring food to creating tiny illusions. This cantrip has no combat use, but is incredible for roleplay and creative problem solving. It is also perfect for social encounters. You can use it to impress NPCs, enhance disguises, or just prank party members. It's better than Mage Hand, which can only move small objects. Prestidigitation can do so much more. It's better than Figment for trickery because it offers way more variety in its applications. It's way more versatile than Message, which can only be used in sneaky conversation. Get creative with this cantrip. If you can think of a funny, stylish, or useful effect, this spell makes it happen. Use it in social encounters to impress nobles, prank guards, or just add some flair to your actions. And lastly, moving on to number 1, the best utility spell in the deck, and it is Guidance. This is the best cantrip you can pick because you get a +1 bonus to any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check you make while it's active. And that +1 stacks with most bonuses, meaning it never goes to waste. Basically, no matter the situation, you can help you and your allies. And it's better than Light because Light can be replaced by torches. Guidance has no replacement. You should be casting it every turn on whoever's making an important check. And don't forget to use it. It's free and it resets every turn. However, before I end this video, I do want to offer some honorable mentions. First up, we have Tanglevine. which is perfect for battlefield control and mobility denial. While it may not deal damage, it is perfect for slowing down enemies and making it harder for them to escape, making it perfect for support casters who want to control the battlefield. Next up, we have Vitality Lash, which is situational but devastating. This cantrip isn't always useful, but when you're fighting undead, it is a lifesaver, which happens a lot in Pathfinder. Next up after that, we have Message, which can be used for silent communication or tactical advantage. Being able to talk to your party without being overheard is a huge advantage in stealth missions, negotiations, or setting up ambushes. It is an underrated tactical tool that is easy to overlook. Next up after that, we have Produce Flame, which is a reliable hybrid of melee and ranged damage. It offers solid fire damage, which can be thrown or used in melee, and gives martial-inclined casters a versatile offensive option. Also, if you like fire-themed characters, this is a great pick. And lastly, on the honorable mentions, we have Forbidding Ward, which is a mini shield for allies. This is a great defensive buff for an ally against a specific enemy, but it didn't quite make the top 5 because shield is a better personal defense option. However, if you're playing a support caster, this is incredibly valuable. And there you have it, the best cards to pull from the Cantrip deck. Whether you need raw power, unbreakable defense, powerful utility, or a little magical flair, these spells will always give you an edge at the table. But now, I want to hear from you. Which cantrip from the deck do you always pick? And do you think we missed any hidden gems? Drop a comment below, and let's talk about it. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button so more adventurers can find their way here. And don't forget to subscribe for more Pathfinder 2e content, including spell ratings, build guides, and homebrew ideas. Until next time, keep on rolling.